One of the most successful applications of spatial analysis is to identify hotspots. In order to correctly identify hotspots, we need to have a way to map out the densities of events or things or features in space. So mapping density becomes a very important and also very challenging issue. And in this lecture, we're going to talk about issues with mapping density and what are the considerations and what are the methodologies to perform density mapping. Mapping density also involves analysis of what's needed for the output. For example, a density map is trying to answer very different questions. Compare the two maps at the bottom of this page. The map on the left side is the normal cartographic mapping of counts. If your question is about how many things in an area, the total count will help. However, because of the irregularity of areas across the mapped area, the total count doesn't reflect the concentration. If your concern is more how things are concentrated in space, then the density mapping is needed in this process. Mapping feature densities requires making a number of decisions. First, we need to decide on what kind of data that we are starting with. Some cases we start with individual features. Other cases we have the aggregate number already with the area. And then if we know what kind of input and output, we need to decide among alternative measures of mapping density. In particular, in this lecture, we're going to cover the area that talk about mapping density for a predefined area. For example, you may be interested in mapping population density among census tracts or among counties or states. So these are kind of decisions we're going to talk about.